boomerisms are happening right now. Go here. Wait for it to load. I just need to see. You guys can hear me, right? I'm checking volume on YouTube right now. Okay, yeah. YouTube's working. All right, cool. All right, man. Have a good one, Banana. All right, so we go. All right, let's go back here. That's OBS. Let's open the master files and get started or continue. I haven't been able to work on a whole lot of new stuff. I fixed some other issues that Snotty was helping me on the other day. I implemented a cooldown system, so now that's cool. I just have to add cooldowns to skills, and if there are no cooldowns, then it's fine. It doesn't actually do anything with the system, so it's all good. You're gonna break some stuff. You better not. You better not. Alright. So let me work on what I want to fix right now, which is the aura thing, which I've been trying to fix for a while, but I always end up fixing different things and then coming back here and then not doing it. So what I need to do is make sure that when auras change, when an element changes and you have an aura on you, the aura has to disappear. So that's the cooldown check. These are the aura triggers. MP check only runs once because it doesn't continuously take MP. It just takes the single shot MP, and then once you have it active. Here's what I can do. So this is the general thing. We can go up here. Local element change connection is equal to player get attribute change. Wait, it's yeah, get attribute. Wow, I can't think of what it was. It's get or attribute. Okay, so it's not in this particular script. I'll have to find it. One sec. Just so. Yeah, sure. I'll take a quick look. The variations, there don't have to be too many different like crazy variations. It can just literally be what you have here, and then maybe one that's 2 stories, one that's like one of the sides is like a higher roof, and the other maybe multiple windows on some. Like it doesn't have to be too crazy. I don't think that is a reasonable fear to have. Simply because I know how popular it is. This style of game is already MapleStory is very popular. So it's not really a huge fear of mine. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but then my reputation would be tarnished. Maybe I should just tarnish my reputation in the beginning. Maybe I should. Oh, get attribute changed signal. I'm pretty sure this is what it is, but I'll double check here. Get attribute changed. I spelled changed wrong. Yeah. I'm right. I'm right. Get attribute changed signal. Aura. Connect function end. VS Code extensions in addition to Rojo. I mean, here, these are my extensions, right? All I do, like, I just have the Dracula theme because it's easy on the eyes. Lua language server, just the linter. I think Selena is also a linter. And then Style Lua. I think all three of these are linters. But Style Lua is what I use so that whenever I save, it sends the data to like Rojo updates basically. And that's what this JSON code is here. Settings.json. This is for Style Lua. Format on save true, and then then it just sends it to via Rojo. It sends it to Roblox. That's my workflow basically. What else do I have here? This is just like an older theme that I stopped using. I could probably uninstall. If I go up here and go over here. Yeah, they're just icons. Those are these things over here. There's like, I think without Stylua, it like doesn't do it. Like, there's like specific times that it has to do it, or you have to update it specifically. This way, I just have to hit Control S, and then it saves it and sends it. Yeah, it would still sync, but like this way I can control when it syncs and sync more often. Oh, you just do it. Oh, it just works the same way whenever you save, it sends it. Ah, maybe it's not even necessary then. That's what I do though. That's how I have it. Alright, so I got the attribute change signal aura. Local function. No. Remove aura. Sure. Remove aura. So yeah, we get rid of this thing. Element change disconnect. I could probably not. I probably don't have to do this, but anyway. Yeah, Henry, you have too many things because you work on too many programs. You work on too many stuff, man. Oh, also, why is this not? Oh, it's because the. Yeah, it's because of this thing. I'll just delete that and say and now I can save. Okay. Well, I think I don't even need this. Let's comment it out for now. Ever since I saw that one video on YouTube about just efficiency with graphics and stuff, I wanted to do that too, but like I don't have the time. I simply don't have the time yet. Maybe in the future. Oh, you know what? I think Stylua. Sorry, this is not what sends it to through Rojo. Rojo sends it through Rojo. This makes it so that every time I save, it auto formats everything. That's what it was. So that way, like whenever I have a bunch of spaces here, if I save, it just auto formats and removes a bunch of extra spaces, leaving just one. I don't necessarily want that one though, so that's what it does. I forgot the functionality. What is this, by the way? Player debounce. Duration, okay. That's what this is. That's what I was looking at here. I'm just trying to remind myself what I was doing before. So we've got duration. Oh, this could lead to a data leak, I think, right? Because I never really... I mean, I disconnect it within here, but... The problem is my disconnection function in the server player, I think specifically looks for... Yeah, it specifically looks in the in any connections folder. So if it is not in a connections folder, it doesn't necessarily try to disconnect. So the server still has to handle things even though the player is not on there anymore. Alright, what's a better way of handling this? I guess I can just check, Can I do this? If v if type v is equal to table, I guess type of I have to do, otherwise it'll get confused with instances. Then I'll do cascading disconnect just like I do up there. And then we can put v over there. And over here, else if v or type v is equal to function, then I'm going to just look this up and see if this is actually usable. Let's just look this up. No, that's not going to help. Maybe I'll just test this like as is. Then function print v. I'm curious if this will actually work. So we're going to play. I definitely have a bunch of connections here, so as soon as I enter. Alright, I'm going to stop and see if it works. I guess not. Is that 487? Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. I have to figure out how to make sure. So my entire script is one table, and it loops back in on itself. So if I do cascading disconnect on any table, it'll be an infinite loop. So how do I stop that? Yeah, so if I is not equal to modules and let's see if this one works. Might still be a Stack Overflow. Yeah, okay. 821. Print I. I don't want to print v because v is going to be the table. Let's try that again and see where we're getting the issue. Module server debounce. Okay. I already printed I. Wow, okay. So it's literally what I'm looking at here. Module server debounce. is having problems. Oh, here. If I sub 1 comma, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is not equal to module. I feel like just doing that iteration though is going to cause some lag. Got another Stack Overflow? Oh. Module server player. Oh, I see what's going on. Alright, so let's just go back to this one. This specifically looks for connections. Initialized debounce is the only place where I would have connections that are that shouldn't be disconnected, right? Okay, this is assuming they have that. Underscore comma v in here. Do or I can just do cascading disconnect. Cascading disconnect here. Which GUI? There's some GUI issues I'm aware of. Oh, okay. All right, now if I stop here, Okay, we already ran into an issue. Well, first of all, I have to do type of here. Also, attempt to index function with disconnect. All right, what if that's what I want? Roblox find all connections. Or event, yeah, events. Roblox type of maybe? Is it type of event? I can't see. These are just. Oh, it's RBX script connection. So let me see this. If I go into here, type of RBX script connection, it actually works. Print I. Or I mean, it looks like it's gonna work. Let's test it. When am I relaxing? Never. I can't relax. I'm not allowed. Okay. All right. I like that. So player. Looks like it works. Why'd I do this though? It should be at the bottom here. Oh wait, no. This is actually fine here. Now that I think about it. Because this gets rid of the function for the connection, and then afterward we get rid of the whole player table, like down here. So that becomes okay. Alright, I think this actually will work fine. Cool. Let's close that and that. Alright, so now we've laid the groundwork to do this. Close that. What is this? Skills, okay. Like, I kind of want to add like another connection here. And just make it be like dot connections is equal to table. That way I can get rid of this. Be like player debounce dot connections dot skill table 2 if then and same thing, and we can just do this. Wow, I'm just not smart. Let's put this here, and this here. That would have been a disaster. Okay. So here what's going on is we're trying to trigger the aura. If the aura already exists though, I want it to just turn off the aura. Yeah, and that's what this is supposed to do. But it never actually turns off the aura. Actually, no, it's actually supposed to. Alright, what if I grab this, I put it over here. I think this actually ends up being right, this ends up being identical, but all we have to do up here in this case is this. Because this will, or it should track with this, and then go through this process. Although we can do this. is this duration thing? Here is the duration. This is just for the visuals. The actual skill itself is triggered from the client. Man, Aura is a very good way to try to break the game from an explorer's perspective. So how do I prevent that from happening? There's no real way to prevent that from happening, actually. Because ultimately, the idea is you should be able to have Aura up all the time anyway. But you should also only be able to have one Aura available. Or one Aura in activation at any time. So even if it is exploitable a little bit, it doesn't really matter. And what I mean by exploitable is if you just send to the server an Aura trigger, like an Aura AoE trigger, like constantly, you can technically do that. But it's I guess kneecapped, or it's remedied by the fact that each Aura has a certain speed at which it can hit. So it's kind of fine. Yeah, alright, I'm not going to worry too much about that. So if I go into the game now, what happens if I try to use the Aura, and then I try to use the Aura again? What I want to happen... Oh, I have to actually get rid of a bunch of my keybinds. I was trying to test something with Snotty the other day. It was not... I could not replicate what was happening. Magic Aura is just there, okay. Attack buff, defense buff. Okay, cool. Alright, this is really aggravating. Alright, first let's actually go back here. Add the element change so I can see it a little bit easier. There you go. Yeah, because this is way too bright. Wow. Because you're basically double, triple, quadruple casting the auras. Here, what I'll do is under remove aura, we should have this thing sent. This, I should be able to do that. Local current player is equal to that. If current player, then and now we do this. Okay. Better. No big deal. I mean, honestly, it maybe eventually I'll actually have a skill that turns you into the sun. Who knows? But like, that's not going to be on the first tier of weapons. It's going to be on like the third or fourth tier of weapons. In fact, I wouldn't mind summoning several stars. Like, that would be pretty cool if you summon several stars that just kind of float around you. Like, that would be awesome. But not this early in the game, man. There's a lot of spoilers I can give right now on the kind of skills I want to have included in the game. Some of them would require some help from people who can actually model things that look really cool. But yeah. Let's check here. So in this one, I think? Yeah. So aura replication end goes to clear aura. Skills, clear aura. Where's... Alright, skills, clear aura. Alright, here it is. Print, player, skill timestamp. Alright. And what do we send? We send players skill timestamp. Oh, yikes. Okay. Print attempting to clear aura for player player dot name. Okay, let's try it. So we go Oh, you know what? This is something I'd have to test elsewhere. But let's see. If player is equal to self.modules.module client player dot player, then else, and then we can test this with two players. Okay. So I just have to modify this here. I have to add a check to see if the player is here, and if this is the player, if we're looking to modify the current player, not just any random player, I believe it's still going to be this, but all right, let's minimize this, minimize that. Destroy GFX part. This, oh, that only goes for destroying the GFX part. Oh. That's Aura AoE. That's actually not what I'm looking for. Aura visuals is what I'm looking for. Let's minimize some of this other stuff. Sure. Sure. What was this? The old player R replication. Okay. What is this? Some weird version of the old handle skill. Skill from server. No need for table.remove anymore. Aura visual. Well, how did we do this? So skill table Aura AoE. Local player. Okay. So I don't actually need to do this. What I can do and current player does not equal to player, first of all. So this will only be sent elsewhere, and I can check that in a bit. I'm sure it's super simple. What's the problem? Maybe I can make it more complicated for you. If you think it's simple, then you're not overcomplicating it enough. Alright, since we do this anyway, you don't think that's how it's worked. That's how I need it to work. Remove Aura. Where are these things? Oh shoot. Up here, I changed this to that. I have no reason. Okay. If player get attribute aura is equal to blank, then remove aura. Oh wait, when you tip someone, you need to have the same amount of cash you're tipping or more. But you keep going. Yeah, that's definitely a simple solution. Okay. You see, all you needed was for me to tell you it's simple, and then you got it. I think this is a win by me. You're welcome. You're welcome, Henry. I'm glad I could help. So this is where we set the attribute. I feel like I could just do this as a get attribute change signal on the initialize function, like within the initialize function, and then have this be if the attribute changed to blank, then remove aura, and if it changed to something else, then do all this stuff up here. And I feel like that would actually, would that be more efficient, or would that just be basically the same thing? Be basically the same thing, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, there's no return function either, so it's not like it would make things quicker either. Because if I had to return like true or false, then that would be a different story. But I don't think I have to do that here. I mean, the only thing is the way I'm doing it now is I literally create this every time, which I think I don't have to do this. I think I'm gonna remove this. Let's look for the initialize. All right, where's player debounce? We can do it here. All right, initialize debounce. All right, we have the connections over there. This is the only thing I use this connections for now. That will change. Already have the modules. Let's call this our change player get attribute change to the aura connect function. Player. Let's just get attribute once. Local aura is equal to that. Self.modules.module server skills.remove aura. Right, I made... Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. That's okay. Like I can move this up there. Although then I'd have to move some of this stuff out here too. And include the skill table. We'll figure it out. else? Let's do the same thing, but call it start aura. Sure, so this is going to be, let's call it end aura actually, because I already have that here. And this is going to be called start aura. So all I really need here, this is good. This is fine, I guess. Check the MP. If it's successful, then awesome. Add that set attribute, and then that's like it. I think that's it. Then the rest of this. Oh. Shoot. The rest of this I'm gonna grab and paste in start aura. Oh. Oh geez, I can't read your name. Saruka, what's going on, man? Making a game called Acorn Adventure. It's a 2.5D RPG. If you do test it out, just keep in mind there's some issues with it currently, just because I'm going through like updating stuff. So the tutorial's not in the game right now. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. It is only for the computer, by the way. Only for PC. Alright, so I need the skill table. Nice, good. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions on it, because there's a few things. Like, all of the keybinds are changeable. A bunch of the screens do work. Some of them don't, though, so just keep that in mind. Some of them I'm still working on. Oh, we can do aura. I need a way to look up the skill table, though. So where is this skill table going? Did I never set up the skill table location for auras? That would be really, really sad. I don't think I did it for buffs either, but buffs are special. Skills should have their skill table going somewhere, though. If I do a skill table, but like equal. Here we go. Okay. Cooldown. Okay, the cooldown check is where I put the skill table in. All right, all right. Wait, what is this trying to do? I did this yesterday, so I have to double check this now. You set that equal to the cooldown. If it doesn't have a cooldown. Oh, returning true. Okay, okay, that's fine, that's fine. If it does have a cooldown, then you continue here, and then return true. Where do I? Oh, this is if this already exists. Okay, yeah, no, I did it. I did it okay, I think. Cool. Oh, this is cooldown check again. All right, eventually it does have to end up there. So the problem is, it looks like auras just don't have the cooldown check, which prevents them from ever going into where they're supposed to go into. Yeah, Henry's got the brains. I'm the brawn. Just kind of doing it. I'm trying to be able to make a living off of it. So let's see how that works. It's probably not going to work for. I mean, I don't really want to say that. Let's see. Let us see. Auras should be handled pretty differently from everything else, so I don't even think I should have this in the debounce module. This can probably just be within the player's mod. Well, this, yeah. By default, this should be true, I would think. Let me just double check. I just want to make sure that settings, yeah, default is true. Good. Hey, what's going on, Night Warrior? Good, good. Trying to figure out some things here. Oh, geez, that was a very high pitch lisp. All right. Start aura. Alright, let's do self.players. How often? So this is the initial setup, and it's either going to be true or false. Alright, I think this is easy enough to turn into a table. And then just be like... dot effects enabled is equal to that. Wait, which one is this? This is for ending the beam. Okay. Yeah, that it doesn't matter for that one. Okay, if v dot effects enabled is equal to true and I equals player dot user ID. Okay. Okay, that's the start aura. We're gonna do that in a bit. V dot effects enabled. V dot effects enabled. Okay. Done. I'm making a 2D RPG or like a 2.5D RPG. As 2D as you can get in Roblox, basically. Although I'm still working on a few things, so I'd like to be able to release it very, very soon in like a beta state where you can actually level up and I won't reset your progress anymore. Right now, if you play the game, each monster gives like 1,000,000 experience because it's in like a testing phase. Also, oh wait, I really should do this really quick. Because otherwise, if you go into the game now and you try to start attacking monsters, you will do 0 damage. And the reason you do 0 damage is because you don't have any attack. But if you just activate the fighter class, you get 5 attacks. I'm just gonna make it so that that fighter class is going to be called the noob class, and I'm gonna make it so that everybody starts with the noob class already activated, so that people don't get into a situation where they're attacking things and they're doing 0 damage, unless they've unequipped the noob class, in which case they already know how to equip classes, so that's fine. The way I'm going to do that is in player. Did I already do that? I definitely didn't change it to noob class yet, so let's do that. Weapon handler, server, weapon level, Knuckles class noob, class super noob. You finished the class that is actually I don't even know. Did it still? I don't even know if that quest still works. The quest reward for that was like 1,000 experience. Well, pretty much all of the quests in the game right now are test quests, except for one, which actually is kind of unfair to Bop, but I'll give Bop something special. 1,000 experience when you're swimming in 1,000,000 experience per monster. It's amazing. I mean, Basically, the goal of the game is to be chill enough, but still engaging enough to just have people grind and have a good time. And give like progression to each of the weapons so that you can kind of see a coolness level increase as you get higher and higher level. All right, where am I trying to go? I'm trying to go here, I think. Knuckles. All right, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for skills. Passive. This would be like Knuckles passive. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Also, is there an extra space here? No, there isn't. Okay. Where? Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Class Knuckles. Oh. What? Okay. Is that it? Oh, this is what I'm looking for. This is noob. Noob. This is super noob. Super noob. And I can make fighter and brawler like the next tier of Knuckles classes eventually. Oh, and this is where I wanted to change. This is what I was talking about to you before, Snotty. Activate to become a instead of you are now a. Okay. Caps lock neophyte and mage. And swordsman and sword expert and archer. Bow expert, neophyte, mage, a noob, and a super noob. Oh, the range increase is actually a lot bigger than I thought. 25 and 50%? Jeez, is that true? No, it isn't. I guess I'll do the same. I'll do 10 and 20%. 10% increase in range and 20% increase in range. Okay. That's what it was. That's what it's going to be at least. I'd have to have it like pop up separately if it was a button like that. Because it's in the skill GUI. There's no button down here. Like I would actually have to, like when you click the class, I'd have to create a button that pops up down here saying equip, or activate rather. I don't want to say equip because equip is for equipment. So every time you click a class, I'd have to have those buttons pop up on the bottom. I guess it would just be one button, and it would be green and say activate class if you don't have the class activated, and it would be red and say deactivate class if you do have a the class activated. I mean, I think the right click thing is kind of fine because there are because you can equip two classes, a main class and a subclass. Adding those buttons on the bottom and just be like activate main or activate sub like that, it is essentially the same kind of thing. So I'll leave it like this for now. Maybe later when I do another GUI overhaul, I'll change it around. For now, I'm gonna leave the GUI as it is for skills. I will have to do another GUI overhaul because I do want to make it so that you can change the like how the GUI looks and have different options. That wouldn't be a bad idea to have some kind of thing in the shop where it's like you can buy certain GUI visuals to not always have to have this GUI. Okay, so I think well, this is gonna cause an error now because I'm in skills because I'm playing around with this currently. Can say self dot players dot act dot aura. I'll say aura is going to be equal to nil, and then when I call this later, in wait, why are these all? Oh, because when I was searching it undid everything. Great. Aura is equal to skill table. Yeah, no debounce necessary. I'll still do the prints for now. And then up here where it says start aura, we can do local skill table is equal to that. And end aura we can just do is equal to nil. If not skill table, then return end. Aura triggered. Did I put anything in here? So this is where we actually set this and then set the attribute. We're just creating the table here. Oh wait, aura debounces skill table here. But we changed that ahead of time. So because auras don't really have a debounce, I kind of want to get rid of like all of this. So this can actually move. And then player debounce. Where did I set this up before? Oh, what? Whoops. Hmm. No, but let me do this really quick. I really should. Player. All right, player added function. Now, if it's a new player, data store new, set defaults. Here you go. We can do if not data store dot value dot. I'll have to open it again here. Player template. Where? Oh, okay, it's just class. I made it simple for myself. Fantastic. Class dot main, then class dot main is equal to noob. Yo, what's going on? I'm making a 2D RPG. Actually, I'm gonna have to change the data store here. So it's playable now, but there's some because it's in like a hyper testing phase. There's some things that might not work properly, and I'm also like updating it real time. So if you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. That's the link. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to deal damage, you gotta activate the noob class. I assume that's gonna work, but in a little bit. Right now, I have to make sure that this is not gonna error people out immediately. Where did I want to go? Oh, I have to change the data store to test that other thing. Before I change the data store, let me fix this. So I do start our shared table. I am not. I don't think so. Unless it's like a concept and not a specific thing. Because if it's a concept, then I might be familiar with it, but I just don't know the name of it. Alright, so again, we have this here. But now, we can do this instead. Player. We are already in server skills, so we can just do Endara. In fact, we could probably make Endara and start Ara a local function. I'm going to try to do that now, actually. Oh, yeah, I'm aware of that. I don't know how to use it because I haven't used it before, but I've looked into multi-threading before. I just don't think I need to use it yet. That's probably going to be like some improvement that I do in the future. But I gotta get the core of the game out first. As long as there's no like, as long as it's not like too much lag in the game, I don't think I'll have to do multi-threading anytime soon. I'm using like a not real multi-threading. I'm doing I'm spawning a bunch of different things. That's what I do instead. Not the best way, but it serves its purpose for now. Okay, so this is where I can get rid of this. This is now no longer a thing. Server debounce, there's no aura debounce here anymore. Yeah, dude, that's it's not a bad idea to do it for that. I mean, if you want to go like super efficient, I mean, multi-threading, you're doing that on the client, right? Or are you doing it on the server? Can you even do it on the server? I forget. I haven't, like, I looked into multi-threading a few months ago, but I haven't really looked at it anymore after that. Because I was going to say, like, yeah. So in that case, I was going to say make sure you're doing it primarily on the client. If it's just like NPC paths and stuff like that. It becomes a little bit more complicated, but oh yeah, they should be controlled by the server, but the visuals can all be on client. So um, like for example, how I have my monsters on the server, they're just like they're not even points. They're just a bunch of tables and numbers. And if I need to move them, like I still move them on the server, but the client like but I move them with the numbers. I don't move the actual parts. So on the server doesn't actually have to track the parts. They just track a single point, and the client sees if the part is moving, and also if the part is moving, then it plays the animations and it does the things. So if That's if you need like a huge city which with a lot of NPCs. That's what I would suggest. I would suggest you do something like that. Not necessarily that exactly, but something like that. Also, I mean, I don't do it myself, but I will do it in the future for other things. Um, Sending individual points is cheaper in terms of like data than sending like, whole vectors and C frames. So right now I'm sending vector threes, I believe, to the client. Um, Actually, am I? No, no, I'm sorry. I'm incorrect. I'm sending values. I'm doing the thing that I think is correct. Um, the way I'm right, the calculation to move to a certain point I'm doing with vector 3. I should be doing that with just individual points. The problem with Roblox with doing that in Roblox is though that you can't just use lerp on individual points. You actually have to, if you want to do it on individual points, you actually have to have the formula and use the lerp formula itself. Oh, max 20 NPCs per city? That should be pretty easy actually. 20 NPCs is not that too much. It's not too bad. Like I've got 20 monsters in one single area, and there's 15 or 16 areas. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. What did I? Oh, so I deleted that because I already did do it down there. The player debounce. This can just be this. R debounce. Okay. Do I even need? I don't think I do because I can only have one aura. Because I can only have one aura, this check can be way before anything else. Yeah, it's primarily alone. I mean, some people, some of the viewers help me out every once in a while, or try to, you know. But it's primarily my own. I don't think I do this. I don't think I use this anymore here. I can just get rid of this. Amazing. Okay, that's important. I mean, these are important to not be errors, so that's fine, I guess. Um, I don't really, personally, I don't care about specifying variable types. I might care about it in the future, but for now, I don't. Usually, I think for Roblox, the people who really, really care about that are the people who also code in things like C and Python, just because it makes reading it easier for them, and it also stops potential problems in the future. Uh, I have run into an issue of variable types before, so it's possible that in the future I'll be doing something similar where I like be like player, but I don't think this is actually the way you do it. uh, I have had to do that in certain places where I want to make sure strings are strings and numbers are numbers. And the real problem is that like the coding here that I'm doing, this is Luau, the Roblox's version of Lua, but the data stores can't save in Lua. All the data stores have to save using JSON, and because they save using JSON, you cannot save mixed tables in data stores, which is a little bit counterintuitive because mixed tables are kind of one of the main features of Lua. But all that means is basically I can't have tables that are arrays with missing steps, basically. Kind of messes with me sometimes. Mixed tables are simply tables that are like this skill table is actually a mixed table. Actually, no, this one isn't. This one down here is. Where is it? This one. This skill table would be a mixed table. Mixed tables are both. Here you go. Here's an example. Yeah, there's multiple types of. Well, it's not that there's. It's. I guess it's that there's multiple types of data. It's more like it's a. Yeah, I guess you could say that multiple types of data. I think of it as like it has both numbers and non-numbers as the indices, but I think technically it is just that there's multiple types of data. Or we can remove the self here. End aura, start aura. This is taking me a lot longer than I want it to. Let's minimize that. We can keep the aura trigger up. Okay, so all we do here is set the skill table to aura and set the attribute. Once you set the attribute, you come up here, you start aura, and that just goes into the start aura function. This can almost certainly just be copied and pasted in here, but I'll keep it here just for legibility, at least for now. Got the skill table here. Okay. Well, so this is to remove the aura, so I'm gonna close that and just put that over here, I guess. This line down here does what this does. I'll fix that in a sec. I can do end aura. Don't need either of these. Well, actually, I think I do need. So I don't need data store, but I do need player. So I do need player here. Player. And aura player. Easy. No. The skill table is in total a single skill. It contains information. The first two are information, so you can look up the skill itself. So the skill table 1 is the the index of the skill in code. So if I want to look for the skill in my dictionary, that's what I would use. Skill table 2 is this timestamp of when the skill was used. Skill table, let me go down here. Here we go. Skill table 3 is the main class. 4 is the subclass of the player. 5, let me go down here because 5 is not important. Okay. 5 is the player's C-frame. This is so that this is for certain distance checking on the server because I need to be able to check certain things on the server. This is not necessary for all skills. 6 is the current element of the player. And then skill table 7 is where a big chunk of the skill table is, and that's the actual skill information. So like every piece of data about the skill. That's what happens with skill table 7 is I grab the skill from the dictionary, then I add any class modifiers to it. So like if one of the class modifiers is reduced MP cost, then I reduce the MP cost of the skill and reapply it to table 7. If it's increased range, then I increase the range of it. If it's increased damage, then I increase either the base damage or some other thing about the damage with it. Right now there's only, you can only modify the MP and the range of it. But like obviously in the future I'll be adding more classes that can do other things. I say obviously, but I guess that's not very obvious. It's just my super pompous way of talking, I guess. Alright, so we got start aura, player. So the cool thing with aura is, since you can only have one active at a time, I don't actually need to be able to look it up ever. I should just be able to do this. Duration, got stepped underscore DT. We already have duration up there. If it's less than or equal to 0, then end aura. Okay. So we got a slight problem with this, I think. And that is something that something for the UI. I think I need to actually create a value here. Should I just put it on the player, or should I put it under... It's changed fast enough, I think, that it would make sense to do a value instead of an attribute. Okay. Alright, initialize skill effects. This is where I'm going to backspace there, and down here we're going to create the folder here. Self.modules.module shared toolbox.new instance. I guess I'll do just number value. Call it aura. It'll just be on the play. I don't like doing this on the player just because it could get kind of hairy. If I play the game just to see exactly how many things are on the player, it won't error out, I hope, unless I use a skill. End aura, well, right now I think it does nothing. Okay, yeah, I can see this. It did error out though. End aura, what that's supposed to do is there are multiple situations where I need the aura of the player to stop. One situation would be if the duration of the aura has lapsed. If let's say the aura lasts for 1 minute, after a minute I need to end it. And the things that need to happen when you end an aura is it needs to be sent to all of the clients that, hey, this player, the aura is gone, so end it. And that'll basically make it so that all of the effects are gone. I also need to make sure, well, I don't actually need to make sure the damage is done because that is a potential exploit, but it's not really a big deal, so I'm probably not going to do that. It's really primarily just to make sure the visuals are gone, and also to make sure that if you need to like change your element, or if you need to change the kind of aura you want, so you can do it pretty quickly. You just end the aura, then start the new one. Because you can only have one aura active at a time. In fact, I might just make it so that auras are... No, I can't. I have to make it cost some MP to use, so I'm not going to make it a toggle. So should I add it anywhere else? I don't want to add it to stats. Cooldown is a specific folder that I can't add it to. Same with damage. The thing is I have a bunch of information here already, but none of this information changes rapidly. Some of it can change relatively quickly, but it's not. Wait, what is this? What happened here? Why is this all messed up? EXP. I want to double... I can't check it right now because it's erroring out. Let me fix the error. I guess I'll have to just just finish this. Where is initialize skill effects? Skill effects, okay. At the very bottom. So before we initialize skill effects, I'm going to do self.modules. I saw that you have... It depends on the skill. So, like if the skill itself needs some kind of connection, I think only one skill has a connection right now. But yeah, I'd have to go back into, like, I'd have to be working specifically on other skills to really remember what I was doing there. Module, shared toolbox. I mean, I can look really quick. What was it? Connections. Where's... this is not in the skill. Where's the connection that's in the skill? Well, this is player. What am I doing? Connection. Let's find where it is just so I remind myself. Oh, wait. That might have been... Yeah, skill table 9. Is that it? I think that might be it. All right, so the connections... So it depends on the kind of skill. The only skill, it looks like, if I remember correctly, the only skill that actually has connections thus far are buff skills, and those are just because I have to keep all of the players that were buffed by the skill within that table. That way, if like, it's for a few reasons. If the player that gave a buff is in a party, then it'll buff all the members of the party no matter how far away they are. But I also want to make it so that if that player that gave the buff leaves the party, everybody who got the buff needs to lose the buff. So I keep the connection in there so it's easier to kind of get to it if I need to disconnect it. But I keep it in the same spot that for other skills I keep the monsters hit table. And the monsters hit table is generally important for skills that hit very, very quickly. I need to make sure... sorry, not very, very quickly. It's monsters that are hit in an AoE. I have to make sure I'm not hitting them again within a certain period of time. And that certain period of time is dictated by the skill itself. But I guess to fully answer your question, how many connections does the table hold? Parties can have, because that specific connection table is for parties, parties can have up to 6 people, so currently up to 6 connections. Will I have like other skills that buff more than that? Maybe, but we'll see. I mean, worst case scenario, if I needed to have like a lot more connections, then I can just switch to my other way of doing connections, which is to just have one connection that loops through a table of other functions. Which I feel like is what connections are anyway, so it's whatever. I never use this for auras, so I can stop that. Aura AoE trigger. I do use last hit though. Oh, this is actually a good way to fix the problem that I was thinking of before, and that is to check the status. We do is it? Self dot players player dot user ID aura 1 is equal to client table 1. Okay, in this case we return this as the skill table. Client table 3 would be the monster's hit, I believe. Or skill table dot status is equal to not skill table stat. Okay, cool. Print aura AOE. Actually, this would not. AOE attempted. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, geez. Misclick. Thanks, man. Very appreciated, Snotty. And congrats on the sub, Branked. Or Brankadinic. Butchering your name. Alright, so we've got... This should kind of work. Now that's the actual damage part. I've got the status troop. I do want to make this false during end aura. Actually, I don't need this, now that I think about it, because if we're looking it up from the table on the server, then it would never really have anything to check if it's gone, so it's all good. So this can just go. This has to be disconnected. So if then disconnect nil, sure. So we have to disconnect the duration. Going back. All right, here. Dot new instance folder. Actually, do I even want to do this? I guess I do. Um, I'll make an info folder. I'll make the player, or is it PLR? Yes, PLR. Then I'll do the initialize settings. Or initialize skill effects. It's going to be player.info. Local info folder is equal to player find first child info. While info folder is equal to nil, do just copy this task dot wait. Sure. Ooh. I don't think so. No, you got like straight up mansions here. So yeah, I don't think I'd really need more than that. Because I could also just like turn them diagonally and just kind of have like paths. Like it's not like players can't actually go on the paths anyway. It's just kind of for visuals. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to get some of these because you made some pretty big houses here. Although I think some of it is just the how Studio shows it to you because of how the camera works. But yeah, they look pretty big. We'll make them work. Can you make one actually? Can you make one where the door is actually on like the side of the house? We just like here. You just make one like that, and then that should be plenty. And I can just like I'll just create like the core of the place. Oh, does it? Oh yeah. So you know. Wow, I can't speak. You know what I mean. Info folder, test.wait. I should have a timeout for this. Like this should never actually proc, honestly. This happens right after this is already created. So that if this does ever proc, it should only be like a one-time thing. And even then, it should never proc based on the order of things. So the info folder is the parent. Local Ara value. We can do Aura duration value just to make it painfully obvious what it is. And do that. Okay. Cool. Gotcha. Can you make one actually? And now I'm going crazy here now. Can you make one that's just like this? Basically a two-story house without the third part, and also one that's just the two-story house. So one like that, and then one like this, and then that's it. That's it. Please do go crazy. So it's just so that just so if I want like a more populated area, then I can kind of stuff a bunch of houses close together, if you know what I mean. Also, are you making this in... that's Roblox, right? That's not Blender. Pretty sure that's Roblox. Because there's like a really easy way to make houses in Blender. But you need an extension or two. But once you have the extension, you can make houses in literally 4 seconds. It's just if you want like the inside of them too, then it might become a little bit of a problem. Jesus. Sorry, this is kind of annoying because I don't know where you guys are in the world, but I'm in New Jersey, and I don't know if you guys heard, but there's like people talking about drones in New Jersey, and I've just been hearing loud noises way more often. It's really annoying. Like planes, or not necessarily planes. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Nice. All right. Did anything else here? So I've got the duration value. Start aura. Dot value. Oh, right. When I create this, it has to be 0. All right. So now start aura player, sure. And then end aura. Yeah, we just set duration to nil. Duration is nil anyway, just to begin with, because it's in connections. We do skill table 2. I mean, this would just be aura 2. dot value is equal to 0. What else do we have here? That should be it. We want to keep the attribute connection, so that's not going to be removed. So to end Aura, we'd send all of these out. Then actually, maybe I do want to send it via the server. Okay, so I think this should work for now. And then over here, let's close the player template. Yeah, man, have a good one, dude. See you next time. Merry Christmas and happy holidays if you celebrate other stuff. Clear debounce. This is Aura AOE and Aura visuals. Alright, so the cool thing now is Aura is equal to nil. The cool thing now that I created that value is when I initialize, I can actually set it. Local, or we could just do self dot Aura is equal to local player find first child info. Do I really have to do the same thing? I think I do. And then I have to do it again. We do self. Oh, this has to be like local info folder. Paste this here. And Aura is going to be okay, it's just named Aura. Okay, good. Just do Aura. I could and should totally just make a toolbox function.
Like, if I would love to use wait for child, but wait for child has messed up for me before. It's kind of annoying. I don't really know why. Where's toolbox? Toolbox. I'll do it above wait for attribute. Function self dot wait for instance. It'll be parent instance and stop it. So this is going to be parent here. Instance string. Can I do this actually? Wait for instance and wait for attribute can probably be done the same way, right? Well, let's see if it works for wait for instance. It should. Instance. While instance is equal to nil, return instance. Let's comment those out for now. Local cooldown folder is equal to local player self dot modules dot toolbox, not toolbox, module shared toolbox. Alright, so yeah, this doesn't necessarily work. That's okay. That's okay. Wait for instance. Local toolbox is equal to that. Toolbox, wait for instance. Parent is local player. Instance string is cooldown. Okay, local info folder is equal to local player. Toolbox dot wait for instance. Local player info. Self.ara is equal to toolbox.wait for instance. info folder, comma, aura. Oh wait, here's current aura. This is initialize, okay. It's actually already happening up here, so I might as well... Well, let me put toolbox at the very top. First, this after local player. Then let's put this stuff up here. Print aura name. Dot current aura dot duration. Okay, we can get rid of that. Alright, so this we'll be able to use for the UI. Let's go up to Aura AoE. Duration is less than or equal to 0. So we actually have this in table form here. Which, it would be cool, but I know the server and the client are not going to kind of match up 1-to-1. So instead of doing this, I think what I'm going to do is set this equal to self dot current aura dot duration. So in each time it has to run through this to deal damage to the monster. The monster's directly around it, this is fine, that's the damage part. Yes. Beautiful. I love it. That's exactly what I asked for. That's exactly what I got. Perfect. Yeah, I'll set up the other area. I mean, I'll start setting up the other area once I get this out into beta, which might be like, again, it's gonna be a little while. Just because I still have to finish this, then I still have to do some of the new things, but it is dangerously close. I hope I can have it done by New Year, but I mean, I said I would hope I would have this done by. Actually, I guess technically I did get what I wanted done out by Monday, kind of in terms of alpha. I wanted the whole thing out by Christmas though, so it's basically I'm always delaying things. Great. I'm just good old unreliable. Well, let's see. I'm shooting for New Year's now. Let's see what I can do. So I don't need to do this anymore. All I have to do is duration dot value is less than or equal to 0. Yeah, I'll get it at some point, definitely. It just sucks because like I say dates, and like part of the reason I say dates is actually for me too, so I can try to work towards the date. But it's like it's very unlikely that I hit my. It's very unlikely that I achieve my goal. Have I done it before? Yeah, but like those for like smaller things. Oh no, this is a big problem. Yikes. Oh, this is skill table touch connections. Oh, this is also skill table touch connections. Oh, that's fine then. Never mind. This is all good. Except I also have to be able to find the skill. Oh, I can find it in Aura, actually. That's super easy. All right, so instead of skill table touch connection, let's make this what it really is, which is beam movement, essentially. So this is initialize. It's here it is. Self dot current aura dot. Where is it? Current aura dot touch connections. That's what it is. Yeah. All right, we're gonna disconnect aura. Yo, what? Where is it? Oh, this is not the server. That explains it. That explains it. Let's say local function disconnect aura. Destroy touch part. That's the skill table. Disconnect aura part, I guess. Aura AOE. Local function disconnect aura. Is it just visuals? A GFX. AOE. Just have to go down here and say, oh, this is the only thing. Destroy GFX part. Destroy GFX part. Okay. So this is fine. This is probably not super necessary. I'm going to do the same thing here. Duration is that we get this if duration dot value is less than or equal to 0. if duration type of is not equal to number value, then return end. Okay. This is literally just to get rid of this error. Print duration is not a number value. Interesting. All right, so all I would have to do here is like include this here somewhere. Yeah, it's just that same thing. Disconnect player aura. Oh, whoops, no, just disconnect player aura in general. Skill table is this. Player is self.module client player.player. Oh, modules. Hey, what's going on, Night Warrior? All right. Where is disconnect player aura? All right. Guarantee you there's other issues with this, but let's just see if it works. Wait, what? Class module. Class. Alright. Did I not? Class module. So it's not even failing because of the skill, it's failing because of the class that I updated before. Init. Oh yeah, okay. So I actually have to reset the data store now because right now I currently have a class equipped that doesn't exist anymore. So I do have to reset this. Let's see. All right, we got some problem here. Although I don't know what the problem is. Alright, this is what we're gonna start doing. print instance string. Waiting, or we'll do waiting for instance string. Okay. Attribute. Oh, we can do this. Local timeout value is equal to self.timeout. Basically do the same thing here. Instance is equal to that. While instance equal to new and timeout value is greater than 0. Do just have to add the timeout value minus equal 1. I spelled timeout value wrong. Tim out value. Funny. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. All right, that's all of this done. We do instance string parent dot name. Okay. So let's find out where else I do this random jazz. Well, actually, maybe it's messing up in something new. I would hope it'd be just messing up in something new. Ooh, there you go. Oh, I should probably wait 10 seconds then. Or 20 seconds. It's gonna be, I'll actually put a number in here now. Timeout is actually gonna be 20. Play. Waiting for info. It's still not being made. Okay. Info's supposed to be made over here. We can make it earlier though. All right. Waiting for Aura. Okay. Hey, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Oh, I mean, my mic's working out, it says. It's working. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why you didn't hear me before. But that's okay. I assume he's either muted himself or... Yeah. Alright, let's do... Why am I here? No, I go... Oh, no, I did. I said hi as soon as I saw it. That was a while ago, though. Well, I mean, a while ago. It was a few minutes ago. You didn't hear me saying hello, Night Warrior? Okay, so initialize skill effects has to be above. Ah, fair enough. Well, I'll say it again. Hello, Night Warrior. Well, initialize skill effects. Does this have to be low? I need this. Aura duration. It doesn't have to be low. It doesn't have to be high. It's all good. Alright, so this is info over here. We can just do this. Okay. Let's see if this fixes it. Can you add me to the game as a boss? Probably not. We'll see. I have a few. Oh no, what's going on? I already have a few bosses planned out. So once I get all those bosses out of the way, maybe I'll add players as bosses. Oh, what happened here? What? Oh wait, I have to make it so that... Oh shoot, I just thought of that. That kind of puts a nail in this... Oh, actually, no it doesn't. This is where we do the nail. Then why is this even running? Bro, that's so weird. I mean, it would have to be more than that. It would have to be more than follow. It would have to be something else. I'm probably not even going to do that because there's a lot of other bosses that I'd like to add. I have a bunch of plans to add to the game. A bunch of things I would like to add. It can probably be like, I'll add the first player to reach a certain level, like the first player to level 100, and then the first player to level 200, and then they can be like some boss that you can fight. But it would have to be like a special thing because this isn't a game that really accepts PvP very well. PvP is going to be an awkward situation. It's going to be more like raids and who deals more damage in the raid. I mean, if you're added, yeah, if you're added, and I have access to talk to you in Discord, then yeah, I can make whatever boss fight you want it to be. But again, that's probably going to be reserved for special things in the game where it's like the first person to do this or first person to do that, something like that. Something like that. Okay. So this is fine. The problem is this. This doesn't exist to start. Oh wait, when do I create this aura? Now that I think about it. That explains a lot. Okay, let's move this. In fact, instead of moving this up here, how about we just move these down here? Is this necessary at all? I feel like this isn't necessary at all. I probably wouldn't do that. It would probably be if it's something like what I'm thinking, then the bosses that would be because basically what's it called? Like leaderboard bosses, or if you become a boss because you did something first, you probably wouldn't really be able to fight you unless you go into like some kind of time attack boss rush or something, which I haven't created in the game yet. So that's going to be way far out. What's the error? I don't know what the error is. Render stepped function. Initialize player. I didn't change anything here though. Let's keep the space. So this is where the space was. This is where these two were. I just moved this down here. So let's see if that solves a problem. If it does, I'll have to look at why. It does not solve the problem. What? It's the same problem too. Okay, I guess I'll have to go into the movement script. Attempt to perform arithmetic null on vector 3 and nil. 459 movement. So this is nil.
orientation table. It's in constants, which is here. Front, right, back, left. Wait a minute. Shoot. I think I know why. It better not be this. Because I haven't had this issue before. Okay, yeah, it's still there, so that's not the issue. Good. Player. Set defaults. Actually, that would have been in a different. That would have been in a different. What's it called? I don't have to do this every time I start a new data store, do I? I better not. So the problem here, potentially, oh, obviously it's not online at the moment. So this should not have been an issue. But let me see if this was the issue. It was the issue. Okay. That was weird. Anyway, I'm going to try to do a few things now. Oh, let me check. Okay, so yeah, by default, we have the noob class. Cool. So I don't have to I don't have to manually do that anymore. But wait, what? Oh, I never picked anything up. I leveled up, but I never picked up acorns. There you go. Okay, check wares. Let's buy the staff. Equip. Let's move these to where I want them. Alright, and now let's go back here. Aura. Save.
There you go. Fireball. Fireball. Okay, we ran into an error right off the bat. Attempt to call nil value. This is server debounce. Why is it still here? Where is server? It's client debounce. Let's share it to here. It is server debounce. Oh, okay. Oopsie. I just didn't save it yet. That was the problem. All right, keybinds. Save. Okay. Why is it not following me? Okay. Clear. Oh, this is movement, so this is fine now. Oh, clear R. I'm literally right here. Literally right here. Destroy GFX part. This would be self dot current aura dot aura, I'm pretty sure. Destroy GFX part. Alright, let's try it. Yo, what's going on, Pickle the Gamer? How you doing? Alright, let's try this. So we do that. It still stays there. I'll fix that. What happens if I... Okay, I change to water, and then I do the... Stop. I'm doing okay, just trying to fix my game. So that I can start working on the next part. Attempt to iterate over a nil value. Module client skills 52. New bug fresh from the oven? Alright, what's the new bug? Let me know what it is, and I'll say whether or not I fixed it already. Oh, it's the game is a 2D RPG, 2.5D RPG. If you want, you can try it out now, but there's plenty of bugs. So there's the game. Trying to get the aura system all figured out now, instead of what it is currently in the game, which is not broken, but there's issues with the auras not disappearing when they should. Uh, yeah, Night Warrior. If you're running into bugs, please let me know. You can join the Discord, and there's a bugs part under this Discord. You can send it there. You can put it in either. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I'm trying to kind of mimic another game with some of the systems, or other games, plural, because it's not just one game. It's primarily one game, but you know, so there's a bunch of systems that I put in. That's how I learned. So. Me too, man. Me too. And yeah, you gotta work on it forever if it's gonna be good, right? Not necessarily, but that's how I'm thinking about it. All right, what is? Oh, you know what? Is this not what happened yesterday? Well, hotfix is a strong word. No, that's something different. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a very old one. Let me look at the. Oh no, this is a different issue. So I actually just ran into this issue now. Um, I and again, this is line 459. Yeah, it's the same line too. I have no idea why that's happening, so I'm gonna try to fix it. But yeah. I mean, good luck, Night Warrior. That's a big. That's usually a pretty big undertaking. You know, the other one just stopped everything. This one is like a weird movement slash camera bug. Yeah, I just ran into this like not 10 minutes ago, and that's what I thought resetting the data store would solve, but or it's not resetting the data store. Like logging in from the title screen would solve, but you came from the title screen anyway, so I'm not really sure what is going on. I'm gonna try to change the data store again. Actually, I'm gonna try to change the data store again and see if this keeps happening. Oh, we're up to 60. Jeez, I'm going up one by one, so I've literally done 60 alphas. 60 alpha data stores. Great. You know what? Actually, before I do 60, let me finish what I'm currently working on, and then I'll go and fix that problem. Because I have no idea where to even start with that one. Because I haven't actually touched any orientation stuff. Oh, actually, I did. I did touch orientation stuff. let me test. The orientation stuff I touched was literally what I have here now. Okay, so that worked. Stop. Play. All right, that worked. Stop. Sure, sure. Yeah, feel free. Okay, I can't run into it again, but I think it's going to have something to do with the teleports. All right, anyway, let's do this again. Yeah, it's staying in one place now for whatever reason. Let's wait for it to end and see what happens. All right, so that was correct. Let's try that again. All right, well, clearly it's not working, so. Okay, so we've got a problem of it's not starting again. Also, it's not following me, which is somewhat concerning. Really quick, I'm curious. Is it not following me because the part isn't following me, or is it not following me because a setting is turned off? Let's find out. It's not following me because it gets deleted. You know what? I think I know why that happens. I think it happens because of the connection to the it's not a connection to the value. That's the thing. Here it is. No, it's not here actually. Where is it? Duration. Here we go. Print self.currentAura.duration. And then we're going to print dot value. Okay. So instead of doing a heartbeat here, actually no, this is kind of correct. Let me check something here. It's, where is it? Replicated storage. GFX. Elements. Doesn't matter. Fire. Aura. Shape style box. Where's the follows parent or whatever it is thing? Orientation, size, squash, texture. Yeah, I no idea, man. Oh, acceleration maybe? No. I completely forget where that was. Let's look at this. Oh, locked to, obviously, okay, locked to part. So I already kind of have that. It should be locked apart for everything. Yes. Locked apart. And the part is this thing. And the problem is, this thing has moved away. Let's go up here, destroy GFX part. Print skill table. Print player. Let's go into the game and try that again. Oh, geez, it's getting late. It's actually, I lost track of time. So I'm gonna have to actually get off stream. I'm gonna try this really quick. I'm looking for 62. 61. Magic aura, so it disconnected twice here. Yeah, I'll figure this out when I come home. Yeah, I'm gonna head off, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I will probably be streaming tomorrow too. So, bye.